favorite moment from the summer? Yeah, let me get back to you on that one.
My favorite memory.
Sweetest moment.
How honest do I have to be?
Are you wanting it like to be like our parents seeing this, or?
Not having to work with you.
The highlight of my summer?
Yeah.
There's this one time where I had 5-6.
Favorite moment. Favorite summer moment.
Yeah, I don't know.
My favorite camp memory is when Chris had to jump into the lake.
I was shaking like a toddler.
He was. I have video of it, so.
Adventure camp was fun. Hanging out and walking through the woods.
Eli and I actually sat down and talked with the camper for like a solid 30-45 minutes about the gospel. And it was just these deep questions, and he was such a great kid who just had like a yearning to learn more and to do better. And it just made my heart so happy. I was like, this is why we're here.
Probably when Matt Winter taught me how to poop in the woods. That was
Good memory.
pretty
good memory.
insightful. I think I learned a lot this summer.
I wasn't there, but we all heard about it.
Lots of good things to take back to college, but
Probably campers coming back working with staff members. Josh showing me how he takes off his leg. It's probably been my favorite.
Favorite staff member moment, obviously, was when I taught Riley Burns how to take my leg off.
There was actually a yee boy right here. His name was Callan Reese. His grandma came in and he helped volunteering in his free time. And me and him, actually, it's a funny story. I was doing salad bar, I was frustrated, I was crying. I came back, he's like, well, we got this, we'll figure it out. So he helped me with salad bar, and that is the sweetest kid I've ever met. Me, Riley, and Abby, and we like it was my first time having a conversation with him. We sat in the bathroom for like 1 o'clock in the morning talking about camp stuff. And then another time, I was with Anna and Ricky, and our golf cart rides are probably my most favorite thing.
Meeting new campers and just having a different experience with the kids and team camps.
We had tubing, and I had a little girl, and when she found out she was able to tube at the very last, she told me, and she just could not stop smiling, and that was also my favorite. And also just hanging out with staff on like weekends, planning to go to like the movies or just go do goof off stuff. It was really fun.
One of my favorite God moments is I was in kids camp last week, and it was Wednesday night, so the gospel message, and a girl came up to me in tears and goes, I felt him touch me, and I knew I needed to give my life to him. And in that moment, she gave her life to God, and it was so wonderful. It was so exciting. I get goosebumps thinking about it right now. So that was just great. God is moving and working.
Last week, I was with one of my boys, and it was the first night, and he legit just comes up to me, and he's like, hey, will you just read this Bible passage with me? And I was like, sure. And then legit, we sit there in the dark and just read the Bible for like 20 minutes, and then we just have a conversation about like apologetics and just random stuff. It's just an amazing moment. That was probably my favorite part with the camper.
Working with this guy, definitely. This dude is a character all the time. Whenever he jumps off the quick fight and yells, whee, all the way down, it's pretty fun. And getting to spend the summer with my wife. It's pretty fancy.
Either when I got to lead one of my campers to Christ, or one of my favorite memories would if not that, then definitely getting to meet all of my new friends on summer staff.
Being a counselor last week was amazing. Being with the kids, playing games, actually impacting their lives was awesome.
My favorite part of camp, honestly, is just being with the camp staff. I know we're here for the campers and we get to see the campers grow, but to see the camp staff grow throughout the summer is just one of my favorite parts. So appreciate all of you this year. You've done great.
So one of my favorite parts of summer is seeing everyone, seeing a need and meeting a need, and just having a servant's heart. Almost every day somebody just comes in and like picks up a rag and starts helping out in the kitchen or the dining hall. And I've seen staff do it, and I've seen even campers just come in and lend a hand, and seeing that, you know, like God notices you, and knowing that, and that combined with seeing everyone's servant heart, it just becomes my favorite part of the summer because it reminds me that there's still unity in the church.
One of my favorite memories was the first week of camp. It was like a really hard week, and everyone was like trying to figure out what they were doing, and Anna, like me and her, just got to drive around in a golf cart, Yeah, that Anna. And we just like talked about our week and like talked about like what the Lord was showing us through like the hard circumstances and like how he was growing us. So yeah, that was probably one of my sweetest moments.
Golf cart rides with you and Anna. Moving anchors with Kate in the sea of seaweed. Thrashing kids with Tommy on the obstacle course. The bond, Mayeli, Mariello, and Ethan. And you all made on Las Montañas, todos los días.
Hey,
Yeah, what's up?
highlight of the summer.
Highlight of the summer. I don't know.
One of my favorite memories was a camper named Brett. So he gave me a ring day 2. And then I had to break his heart, according to Felicia. And so I pulled it out, let it fall to the ground, and stomped on it. Then he cried on Eli's shoulder, but he was fine. He got over it.
One of my campers got stuck in between like the inflatables and she couldn't get out and she was scared to go under. And so all my team like helped her get out and it was like the coolest thing.
Dumpster fire. I would say when that one camper that doesn't want to be there is finally like, okay, camp's not bad, and like this is who Jesus is. So that's really cool.
Getting to hang out with everybody and getting to see the kids have fun, you know?
My favorite memory is killing Bambi with the cart.
I enjoyed learning how to be a lifeguard. Like I enjoyed learning to push myself. I'll put it that way. I learned this summer to push myself physically and mentally.
Probably just getting to work with everyone, you know, like the kids are great. We've had like great staffers, like building relationships with everyone, and I don't know, just seeing God move and like it be so fruitful has been so fun.
So getting to work with all of the teen camp counselors this summer has been really great. Just being there to support them as they support the campers.
It was orientation week and I was tired, ready to be done, but they had other people mulching after dinner. And I was just floored by the amount of service that like Servant's Heart people had to just like go out there and do it with smile and be rejoicing. So I think by far it has been my favorite memory this summer has been to see everyone serving so joyfully.
But I think my favorite moments at the camp week that I usually look forward to is just being in worship. It's just because you can just see everything come together and everything from the week just kind of all makes sense, you know. And you can almost feel the Lord and working in the building at that night. And just usually it's during the second or like usually in that last song right before message, you can just feel it, you know.
Probably last night when we got out of chapel, it was raining really hard and I went and changed, and then there was a big orange sunset on one side and there was a rainbow on the other side and it was raining, and I went to the mountain and Anna was there and it was just great because it was still raining and it was one on each side and we were dancing and singing and I loved it.
And what happened?
I almost got electrocuted by lightning.
I don't think you almost got struck by lightning. I don't have any memories.
What about when that kid snapped his leg in half?
That's a memory.
Is it a good one?
No.
My roommates probably, because like we stay up late a whole lot of nights, and last year I didn't have a good chance to bond with my roommates, and this year like we just get to laugh and hang out, and I feel like I've connected really well with all of my roommates this year.
Just getting to watch the kids have fun and being an impact in the summer staff's lives and in the kids' lives.
Cleaning West Camp cabins, hands down my favorite thing to do.
It's all been pretty great. I guess like maybe climbing at the wall at Camp Creek.
Oh, the wall at Camp Creek. Did you even climb that?
I did at the end, but nobody saw.
That's a real shame.
Yeah.
That probably just being able to be a part of camp in the evenings and hang out with everyone, the campers and the awesome staff.
We had a volunteer come here and her name was Kathy with the C. And that's right, her name was Kathy with the C, honey. That's what she said when we asked her name. She was a grandmother and she had 2 students in our youth camp. And you know, when you have like volunteers, sometimes you don't know like how good it's going to be. Sometimes it's difficult. She was amazing. She was an incredibly hard worker, super huge blessing in the kitchen, huge. But on Wednesday, she came and I walked in the kitchen, she came and just hugged me. And she put her head on my chest and just started to weep. And I said, "What's the matter, Kathy?" And she said, my granddaughter got saved last night. Here in the kitchen, we don't always get to see that happen. And so the fact that God like allowed that to happen, I don't know, I thought that was really super cool.
I think I really enjoys going to like the island parties sometimes on Friday nights. It's like the one thing that I get to do outside of the kitchen, and it's just been like really fun and awesome, but also getting to actually like interact with students and like relax for the week.
My favorite memories was when I was in my room with my roommates, and my roommates are Ilana, Anna, Cox, and Ricky, and it was Gabby. And so basically at this time, Ilana ended up noticing on the wall there was a cockroach at the top. And so we were all like somebody has to get the cockroach. Gabby was like, nope, I'm gone. And yeah, I just thought that was like the most hilarious thing in the world.
Honestly, one of my favorite moments was being able to design a Marvel game and see everyone gathered together, and not only to come because they felt invited and wanted to rest, but also had a great time and played with each other. So that was really fun.
We had this kid named Chad. I don't know if you were in the cafeteria sometimes, but in the cafeteria, he would always come around and call people bananas. He's like, you're a banana, and you're a banana. And I was like, can I be a pear? And he's like, no, you're a banana. I'm like, then you're an orange. And he's like, no. I'm like, yes, you're an orange. So we just kind of had fun with that.
And one of my small group, he stood up and he came to me afterwards and he said, hey, can you pray with me? And so we prayed and we talked. We had a really deep prayer and talk and just crying. And it was just amazing, really.
My favorite staff memory is when Nick asked me if we have recliners in Africa.
Probably going to teen chapels after the day, just like helps it like refresh why I'm here.
Just probably watching all these people grow up and learn to love God, and all these staff members getting along so well and being respectful and treating everybody like they're humans.
Probably my favorite memory was when I was in the back seat of Maddie's car and Alana was in the front seat, and she was like dancing, I guess, but it didn't look like it, and I thought she was having a seizure.
I think Joseph making fun of me, laughing at these two.
A Sunday night service when I came up here with all the summer staffers. I don't know what Ezzy's doing, but that was really fun. I liked that a lot.
Just meeting a lot of just godly people in my life, because just during my past it's just been not very good. Ever since I've come here, it's been really fun. Really, just cool people to hang out with.
Arguing with Brecky during the cabin scoring.
Why were you arguing with him, Brecky?
He likes to give them zeros, and I like to be nice and give them full points, and so it's a bit of an argument.
When I was counseling, and I was with Larry, and I just walked over, and Larry's with these other students, and I was like, "What do you guys do?" And he said, "I'm helping them. Like they needed some help back home. They needed some to talk about their past life, and Larry was just counseling them." And he was doing my job for me, but it was pretty cool to see a student step up and take charge in that way.
So it's the last week of kids camp, and I had some students asking some really good questions, and questions that I'd never been asked before. I had a student walk up to me and ask if I had ever felt like I was never going to be able to do anything for the Lord ever again because I lost my leg, because I went through something hard. And just having that conversation and getting to encourage him in his areas of life was super awesome.
Stella, Susha, Janie, and I went to Cape to go to Target so we could buy Squishmallows, which were 50% off, and they were huge, so it was fantastic. And right now he follows me, he pulls me over. That was a cop, not a fun time. But just having like all the Squishmallows in the back seat with people just kind of awkwardly sitting back there, and Susha and Janie were like, oh my gosh, this state trooper's so cute and everything. It was so funny.
Danielle, we were on the decks and a mouse runs across her foot and she jumps and like screams and kind of runs around. It was quite funny.
Riding in the fire truck.
Ariel and I share a room, and we both sleep talk, and one time we slept talk together in a conversation, and Lydia woke up and she was like watching us sleep talk to each other, and she said it was really creepy.
Gabe getting ratioed in volleyball. That was pretty awesome. And definitely worship bonfire on the mountain.
Probably when Charlie broke his $1,500 watch.
My favorite staff moment was probably during orientation. Charlie kept running over little trees. I think he hit 9 in one day. And Maddie Craig could not stop laughing, and that was pretty hilarious. So good job, Charlie.
It'll be connecting with the campers and just getting to hang out with them, teach them about Jesus.
My favorite staff memory was when I was in the snack shack and I saw a frog, and everybody didn't believe me, so when they looked over there, the frog jumped out at them and they all ran out screaming like little girls.
Maddie and I were driving in a golf cart and this kid wanted a ride and we're like, no, we can't give you a ride, sorry. And all of a sudden he just like yells in Maddie's face and she yells and like it's like this huge group of kids and they all like turned around and looked at us and it was the funniest thing.
Honestly, probably the worship nights that we've had. The one that we all went up to the mountain and we did that, and then the night right after that, the late female summer staffers, we had a ladies' night and we did worship with that. Just getting to worship with everyone and just be open and just sharing in what God's created here at Eagle Sky for everyone.
I would have to say the float trip. I haven't been here that long. My husband has worked here for years, but I'm new to staff. But we went on the float trip over the weekend, and it was just a great atmosphere, you know, seeing everybody worship together and have such a great time, and just the togetherness of everybody. It was just a wonderful, wonderful day and just a wonderful blessing from the Lord.
So me and Sam and Janie and Haley went to go open the yurt one night. There was a giant spider in front of the door. And we didn't know what to do, so we just left it there and opened the door anyway. And there was a kid with a giant hat that walked right into it. We were flipping out, so we didn't say anything. And he walked up and the spider was coming down on his hat. We're like, there's a spider on your hat. And he had a heart attack in the yurt. And it was really funny.
My favorite summer staff memory is when we all got here and we had to mulch the woods, and we got asked who wanted to drive a mule, and Charlie offered, and on his way back and backing up he hit at least 7 trees.
My favorite summer memory, well, there's a lot, but I have to say, like, with staff was the cockroach incident. When we were just all in our room about to go to bed, and then Ricky starts throwing her shoe up there trying to get the roach down. We may or may not have made some people upset with that, but you know, it's life.
Getting to spend time getting to know a lot of the staff members here at camp. Feel like I've made a lot of great bonds here.
One night we did karaoke night and we sang, "We don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno." But
my favorite summer memory is meeting a woman. Yes, I met a woman for the first time in a few years.
Hey everyone, it's Alex. I hope you're all having fun at the Lua right now. I wish I can be with you in person, but unfortunately, life happens, you know, that I gotta deal with right now. But I'm there with you spiritually. But yeah, I have to say one of my favorite moments throughout the whole summer is basically just conquering my fear of roller coasters. I remember a female, Alex, just helping me out for facing my fears of roller coasters, especially with running the Batman. That was pretty intense. And then I had to ride the Eagle, which was really a surprise to me because it was going like about 80, 90 to 100 miles per hour. That was crazy, and it was really intense just riding on those roller coasters. And yeah, I'll have to say just being at Six Flags was by far my favorite moment throughout the summer.
Oh, it's got to be when the summer staff comes. I love when I see the summer staff come together, and then
On Sunday night worship, it has got to be when I see the staff worshiping. When you're coming together and you're worshiping the Lord is the most beautiful thing I ever get to see. I love it because then you go out and serve our guests that are coming the next week. I also just want to love on you and tell you how very proud we are. I see future leaders in this group of summer staff. I see leaders in educators, in medicine, in science, in the pastoral and ministry side. There are so many. Keep in touch with each other because you are going to be a blessing to this world. I love you all. We just appreciate your hard work, but we have learned from you too. Go out, make disciples, and serve the Lord unto Jesus. We love you so much, and we are so proud of you. You are definitely my favorite memory. Be blessed.
Summer 2022, and that's a wrap.
Really? Really? Are you eating chalk? No. Are you sure? No. What is that?
Clayton had chocolate in.
I'm there. I do that very well. Now, shush.
Riley, what have we done?
This is what happens when you forget all your tools needed for making pizza. So, here we go.
We are using a pocket knife.
She's working.
Woo!
That's funny. That's like really funny.
Oh my gosh, no tolerance. It's in the handbook. Belly flop.
You got your cereal? Are you good?
Squeezing my nose. Fingers, guys. Pull, push, kick, post. We need the music. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, oh.
I don't know what song to sing.
I didn't know you got old.
Wait, just walk, just like walk, just.